seconds. I feel just for the dating, I do feel a little bit like match game, right?
Yeah, I would say love connection, but whatever. You know, we're all going through our sentimentality. And
match game.
last night, Barbara Eaton was at the Castro Theater, which is great. It was Angelina Jolie. Who knew she was Miss San Francisco in 1951? 54? Something like that. I think it's 51. It's unbelievable. Let me just say, I've enjoyed this more than most of the forums. I won't say that we've been at, and I really am excited about the growing attention on this race. This is a very non-traditional election, and it's appropriate because San Francisco is a non-traditional city. And with the significance of the decisions being made, I love the fact that we're looking at ranked choice voting because it does make us want to try and work together and figure out how do we affiliate around ideas. And a lot of people that come to forums already know who they want. They've got a sticker on, they're here to be a passionate advocate, and I love that. But what I've said is that the most interesting things are to understand where you're looking at your number 2s and number 3s. And they may not be on ideology, it may be on performance or relationships, it may be on particular issues that you know that a candidate is going to champion. And so I love the fact that there's public financing, and I think that there are so many unique qualities to this election. And I say to people who complain about the fact that we have ranked choice voting and that it's confusing, I think it was bad for democracy to have so many fewer people vote in runoff elections and to have this notion that you've got to run against somebody to win an election. And ultimately, democracy is about choice. I do want to say, and it's not representative of the candidates that are here, but I have been disappointed that some candidates are extremely negative about San Francisco. And I just say, challenge them. It is easy to say what doesn't work, but to have the courage to stand up and say how government can make a difference and how the people that go to work every day and serve our city can be heroes and heroines in doing their job if they're supported by the political leaders that are behind them. And you can look, whether it's marriage equality, health security, sanctuary city, I'm proud to be a San Franciscan, and I hope that we can move to this election and be proud and know what our values are, and no matter who wins this thing, that we can come together, because that's what San Francisco is about. Thank you. Thank
you. First of all, I want to thank all of you for taking some time out of your busy schedules to think about the incredible future that is facing San Francisco. And thank you for being part of this amazing mission community. I have had a lot of great experiences here in this neighborhood. In fact, I was just talking to a couple friends about how on Saturday night I was at the SOM bar and Berkey Warner, and there is an incredible community here. Over the past year, just within a couple blocks of where we are, I have spent time with musicians. I spent time with immigrant parents who are raising their kids. I've spent time with technology entrepreneurs who are thinking about the next greatest thing.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are. Good to see you up on the top. And from my perspective, this neighborhood embodies what is wonderful about our city, what pulls us all together. I first came to San Francisco 15 years ago because this city is a beacon to the rest of the world when it comes to our tolerance, when it comes to our diversity, when it comes to thinking about innovation. And every single one of you in this room, I know, embodies part of what that vision is about, and frankly, part of what the San Francisco dream is about. And what I'm hoping to do as your next mayor is to work with the entire community, to work with all of us as a San Francisco family, to really move together to get things done. We have had times in our city history when politics have been very challenging, when we haven't been able to really create consensus. And I think we're in a very different place. And this is why I look forward to hopefully working with all of you. Again, the merchants who are here in the room, the civil rights attorney who are here in the room, the immigrants who are here in the room, those of you who are helping to run the clubs and the bars, those of you who are helping to teach our kids. Thank you for being part of the community. I look forward to working with you.
I want to thank all of you for coming out here tonight because you know, it's a testament to your involvement, your care. You wouldn't be here tonight if you didn't really care about what was at stake in this election, and you didn't realize how important this election is. And Bevan said something about it. He resents that some folks have only talked about what is wrong in San Francisco. I happen to agree with him on that. Because all of us have gotten involved in government because we care deeply about using the power of government to make a difference in people's lives. And we're all brought up to believe that being involved in government, being involved in politics, was a noble thing and a noble profession. And all of you are here tonight because you understand that and you believe in that too. And I want to applaud the candidates that are here tonight for their public service. And I want to make sure that we are engaging all of you as we go through the course of the next several months. And I want you to think about this as you're evaluating your candidates. In a way, I don't think that we should be looking at this election about who's going to do a good job for the next 4 years or the next 8 years. Because we have a particularly challenging time, but we have a time of great opportunity. And I think that you need to look and say, which of us has the vision to assure that San Francisco can be a model for a 21st century American city needs to be 50 or 75 years from now, and has a record of accomplishment to demonstrate that they know how to use the power of government to get things done. And I know that all of the other gentlemen up here with me tonight agree with that sentiment. Otherwise, they wouldn't have dedicated their professional lives to being involved in government and using, whether it be the power of the law, the legislative process, or whatever, to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. And I know we all look forward to continuing the conversation with you over the course of the next several months, and we look forward to working with you into the next mayoral administration about how we can make San Francisco be the very best city that it can be. Thanks very much.
I arrived at San Francisco January 30th, 1989, pre-earthquake. I'm not born and raised here in this city, but I love this city. I love it dearly, and this city has offered me so much. And I struggled when I first got to this city. I came off the freeway, got off on Army Street, and I knew 3 people in this town. And the person I stayed at, I lived on her living room floor for the first 2 weeks. I didn't have a job, and I had to claw my way to be a public servant. And I knew my pathway was going to lead towards helping people, and I chose the social work profession. And my values as a social worker are viewed in everything I do at City Hall. I believe that politics is about relationships. I believe that politics is about collaboration. I believe that politics and a politician at his or her best is not looking at what he or she can do for people, but what he or she can do with people. And that's the value I bring to my work at City Hall, whether it's working on the budget, make sure that we have a budget that's balanced. And last year I authored legislation to go on the ballot to raise revenue for about $50 million over this year. That's helped Ed and the supervisors balance the budget. I want to make sure that we do these things collaboratively. Last year as well, I passed legislation, local hire ordinance, to make sure that as we are investing in building new infrastructure, that we can use our tax dollars to keep to stay in San Francisco, to hire more local residents, to have that opportunity to work. And I rest my career in politics on the ability to serve small businesses with local resident dollars. That's what I want to continue to do, is provide opportunities and sustainable communities as your mayor of San Francisco. Thank you very much.
Like all of my colleagues here on the stage, I want to thank you for taking the time to come here, to listen, to ask questions, to really get engaged. And I think that what you do is what makes me so proud to represent San Francisco, because you are engaged, you're interested, you want to be part of that process. Many of us run for a variety of different reasons. One of the things that I'm very, very passionate about, and one of the things that I want to do on an ongoing basis, even when I become mayor, is in fact education. You know, our children deserve the very, very best. What really pains me is that we give birth to our child, and then they go through our public schools, and then somewhere along the way, they falter. And somewhere along the way, there's nobody to help them. And somewhere along the way, they drop out of school, and they get into trouble, and they become a particular problem in our society. That pains me. That hurts me so deeply. It deeply hurts me to the core of what I'm about. If I'm an adult and I'm a reasonable honest adult. I want to make sure that every single child in the city and county of San Francisco gets the very best education and can, in fact, earn a living, grow a family, grow a business, and stay here in San Francisco. That's not happening right now, and we've got to turn that around. I also believe that all of us should live in San Francisco and be healthy. This environment that we are in, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, all the things that we do, we've got to be a lot more healthy. And then finally, I would say that it is because of the records of accomplishment on the Board of Education, the Board of Supervisors Assembly, and the Senate, that the California nurses think that I'm a good person, that the laborers of this city and county of San Francisco think I'm a pretty good guy. And then also, the building trades, the Sierra Club, think that I am worthy of their support because of the work that I've done to take care of the working people of San Francisco, the environment, and the nurses, the healthcare system, and that is the reason why I will continue to do whatever I can, in whatever way I can, to make sure that we, our children, and our family are going to be safe and they're going to be healthy.
Let's give a big hand.